with the whistle today, and that's the scene. A terrific atmosphere and a big early season test for both of them. And welcome back to the Emirates Stadium for this London derby. An eagerly awaited matchup. Branislav Ivanovic will lead Chelsea out in the absence, of course, of captain John Terry, who suffered a setback in his recovery from injury during the week. And here come the teams. These London Giants both have 10 points from 5 games, 8 behind the early pace to City. To win a 4th consecutive Premier League game, Arsenal need to beat Chelsea for the first time since 2011 to kick off his next of recent years. He said it with a knowing smile, with a healthy dose of understatement in his press conference, but the Gunners have suffered bitter disappointment against the Blues of late, bordering on humiliation.
Oh, Cahill caught in possession. Big moment this for Alexis Sanchez. Beautifully taken. And Cahill holds his head in his hands. Short of wrapping it in paper and tying it with a silk bow, it could not have been more of a present.
Yeah, his reaction says everything. There seemed little danger. If he's a little quicker, slicker about this, the ball's knocked back to Courtois. He wasn't, and Sanchez, we'll have to give credit, John, because we always know he's going to put a shift in. Look at the closing down, the work rate. He chased it, he made it happen, and once in position, how good is that? Beautiful.
Exquisite excellence from Alexis Sanchez.
And right now, the mood in this stadium is very much, let's go and get another.
Iwobi. Bellerin. It's 2, it's Walcott. And it's an outpouring of joy from Gunners fans around a stadium that suffered so often at the hands of Chelsea.
Well, it's flair against discipline, and the flair is now 2-0 up. And this is exactly what Arsenal needed. They have the talent to produce this kind of incisive football, and this is absolutely fantastic stuff. This is as good as anything you'll see in the Premier League, the way they're just knocking the ball about. And at the moment, they look like tearing Chelsea apart. I mean, once Bellerin got in position, didn't even need to take a touch. First time, because he could see Walcott in the space.
Return of Arsenal to be watchful. Costa. Hazard. Chance for Willian.
That's a really good attempt. That's the best we've seen from Chelsea so far. I mean, after the Costa run earlier on, I mean, this is just really good ball retention. First from Hazard and just slipping it through Costa, and then continuing and getting Willian in the space. Monreal was drawn in.
This is Iwobi. And now Santi Cazorla, and Iwobi's through the middle. And it's Sanchez, and it's Iwobi again. And down he goes, right on the edge of the area. The referee reaches for his pocket and brandishes yellow.
Well, kind of just earlier in the move when it is fed wide here to Sanchez, I'm surprised he gave it back. He could have taken it on himself.
Ozil and Sanchez. Sanchez it is. It'll be a corner.
Maybe Courtois would have gotten there, but I think he'll be relieved that the head in the wall did its job, and it's just as well it was a jump too. It was Matic who got the nick.
Lovely use of the body by Ozil. Sanchez up in front of him. Sanchez peeling off. Ozil wants it back. Mesut Ozil! It's 3. The gunners are motoring, and Chelsea have been caught in the crossfire.
Well, they landed the first blow and they just keep landing them, Arsenal. But I think it's only right that Ozil ends up finishing it off, John, because the little turn to get away from Conte was exquisite and it just opened up all the space. Onside Sanchez, I wondered if he'd just go for the blast across the keeper, but very unselfishly he set it up for Ozil, and we all thought it was going to be the perfect volley, you know, full of power. Not quite, into the ground. It doesn't matter. Inside of the post, back of the net, and Arsenal are probably in a position they weren't expecting to be in the first half.
And some very, very happy Arsenal fans are making their way back to their seats after a half-time brew. And I wonder what the message was in the Chelsea locker room from Antonio Conte. No changes at half-time for either side to tell you about. Arsenal with the 3-goal advantage, their largest half-time advantage against Chelsea in the Premier League era. What will the next 45 minutes bring? Here's Mustafi after 2 years. Iwobi to Ozil. The space on the far side. Xhaka finds Walcott. He's one-on-one with Courtois. The cross towards the back post is over the head of Alexis. And Alexis will applaud Walcott. One or two in the crowd wondering why Theo Walcott in the form that he's in. Here's Alexis. Ozil on the near side, just have to hold his run. Now he can make a diagonal run here for Walcott. Just has to hold in his stride there. Alexis with the no-look ball to Iwobi. No, it falls at the feet of Ozil. And it was a bit Harlem Globetrotters-like at times there for...
A couple of occasions now, Arsenal have got into some fantastic positions. Walcott on one side, I know he had a tight angle. They've got to be more ruthless. You've got to put this team to the sword now and make a massive statement. If you get the chance, like they've had on a couple of occasions now.
Has to be a tussle in the centre of the park, but it's won by Alexis. Ozil on his outside. Iwobi's made the run to the back post. Look at the ball in towards Walcott. Almost brought it under control, Theo Walcott.
Much different.
Now look at the space here for Iwobi. On the right-hand side is Walcott. Walcott's in behind Alonso. Theo Walcott! It was saved by Courtois, who's having a go at his centre-backs.
What a save that is by Courtois. Much better by Theo Walcott. He had a tight angle, but he took the shot on. Learnt from the last chance that he had. Just go for the target, see what happens. But again, Chelsea all over the place defensively. Luis steps out. Alonso's too narrow. And it relied on the big goalkeeper to make the save.
Double switch then for Chelsea. Their second and third substitutions, and the first change for Arsenal, Kieran Gibbs, will come in. Should be a second substitution, of course, for Arsenal, because Coquelin went off injured in the first half. So it's Alex Iwobi who will make way for Kieran Gibbs.
It just shows you everything you need to know. Conte not even looking at the two players coming off, not even a little glance, fully concentrated on trying to get his team back into this game.
Gibbs was there first. Alexis, through it goes towards Gibbs. A good challenge by Ivanovic, but Alexis has won the ball back. Monreal towards the near post. Cahill. Oh, he's given away. And here's a possibility for Pedro. Bellerin with his pace. Well, he's challenged or re-challenge Usain Bolt this week to a 100-metre race. And there's the reason why. And there's the long ball towards Walcott. The cutback, he wins his side, a corner, like he was away, and all of a sudden Bellerin was all over him.
Well, it's a mistake. Mix-up between Koscielny and Mustafi, I think, and that pace there is sensational. And that's when having that sort of speed as a fullback is a massive insurance policy for the rest of your team. And then at the other end, Walcott, it's a long ball, electric pace as well, wins his team a corner, puts the pressure straight back onto Chelsea.